Oh, greetings, friend. Welcome back. This one was a rather, I guess you could say, a bumpy one. I was playing a little fast and loose with my hull. I guess I kind of forgot that I don't have a constant shield, you know. Um, but yeah, it was a little rough, but nothing I couldn't bounce back from, which is a good thing. Good to know that I can make mistakes and make it out all right, right? So this spawn here is a bit odd. There's no dangerous bomber sectors, but there's two double bomber in the P12 sectors with the bonus Hydra in each, because why not? And I guess an extra bomber down here and a couple of easy bomber trash sectors. So a bit of an odd spawn. I guess it's a little easier than normal. There's no Phoenix, so that's good to confirm that Phoenixes are not guaranteed. I guess they're just more common to spawn in the Hydro sector. So yeah, upon seeing this, I was a bit befuddled, perhaps, confused. I didn't know how to proceed. Of course, I would jump on the double bombers here, but that was outside of my teleport range. And I was gonna go over there and deal with that, but I realized there's not really many other sectors to jump to afterwards, so I would take a risk and try to clear these two out with the second half of my alpha and wamp. And it worked out for the most part. Can't use my decoy on the sentinels because of the Hydra there. Bombers moving it too fast, even though they're the slowest serb in the game. You know how it is. And I decided to just leave this ship here, killing this Hydra. Now, something I didn't really do was sort of swap up my ships to kill the Hydras. And because there's two of them, that's a lot of hull damage I had to take to kill them. I could have used Alpha Wamp on these things because there's nothing much to use it on. But I decided to be a little a little greedy and try and kill some of the carriers. 'Cause why not? And with my Alpha Wamp, and apparently I can just about kill it in the time it takes. Uh-oh. In the time it takes to my Alpha Wamp to expire. So I was a little slow in the draw there, so I took a lot of hull damage because of all these signals that spawned along with the Phoenix. So yeah, that wasn't ideal. So I've got low hull and repair drone on cooldown. Clearing out this sector because I had to kill this final bomber here, but I didn't really have an escape plan because both of these sectors were kind of, packed. So went down here, used my repair drone to heal, and had to use my decoy to not, excuse me, to not die immediately. And yeah, so, and I figured, since I'm over here, might as well clear this out. But again, losing a lot of hull, and my repair drone's on cooldown. Had to EMP those ghosts because they snuck up on me. Over here, the ship hasn't used this Alpha Wamp. I guess it could have to knock out these two Hydras, but it was a little late, so I didn't want to take the risk of dealing with my Alpha being on cooldown before or after the destroyer's done destroying the planet. So, yeah, so it is what it is. Over here, my repair drone finally got off cooldown, and because the Colossi finally spawned, everything has spawned in here, so I might as well use the Alpha Wimp over here just to get this knocked out right quick. And I kind of forgot that I almost killed that carrier, so I could have just landed on the carrier and killed it. That way I wouldn't have to deal with it later on. I guess I forgot about that. Something to keep in mind. And I did the same thing up here with this Alpha Wamp on this planet. Same old deal. Over here. That destroyer was almost done, so I landed on it first just in case I needed to EMP. But luckily the Phoenix shield was outside of it, so I could just land on it and kill it normally. It's a lot. That's a lot of signals there. I mean, they're not dark signals though, so they don't have the 250 damage in the 750 hull, but still, uh, it's a lot of signals, you know. It's just all piled up there. Man, if I was still using leap, that'd be very satisfying to land there. But oh well. So here I am on defense mode, but I've got very low hull, and I know those super ghosts, 20 times ghosts, will mess my day up with this much hull. So, and of course I had the usual loading conundrums. I decided because the time was so low, I didn't want to wait for this interceptor to be done trolling me, so I decided to just be more attentive and not lose any ships. At least I was hoping to do that. The regular ghost spawn on top of these super ghost spawns, so my decoy got to take the brunt of both. And of course ghost spawn there, so you know how it is. And yeah, so from here it's just kind of the same, right? But I did learn a few new things. So I come at the planet the second time to kill the carrier. I realized my decoy drone could take a lot of volleys to the face of signals. I mean, I guess they're just regular signals, not dark signals, but yeah. Yeah, they don't do too much damage to me or my decoy every spawn, so that's good to know. The decoy could take like 6 or 7 like volleys of signals without breaking, so that's good to know. I had the EMP because that was a super spawn there. Didn't want to have to use, actually I couldn't use my alpha shield, so I got the heal, EMP, the aftermath. Yeah, get this done because there's not much threatening my transport, so I landed on here, and surprisingly, that many signals take a while to take down, you know. But here, yeah, I did realize that the decoy could just take this all day. I guess I could too, but you know, I have limited hull and limited healing. Yeah, so that's not too bad to know that those signals aren't that bad, especially since they can't even kill my repair drone, which is what I normally rely on, but I guess they can't do that, surprisingly enough. Yeah, so 600 damage is what they do before my mass bat kills them all. So my decoy has 3100, so that's like 5 volleys, yeah. It's not bad at all. And somehow I forgot to kill these 2 bombers down here. I don't know how that happened, but I guess I was too caught up with defending to realize, so I burned an EMP down here because my EMP is just long enough to kill a bomber, and I didn't feel like chasing this around the sector. So I would knock it out while I'm not looking, sort of thing. Yep, more ghost spawning on top of my transports. Thank you, Andreas. Lovely man. And I believe I did lose a ship here. Well, not here, but at some point I did lose a ship. It was, yeah, here. I landed on this asteroid because I thought these rockets would reach my firing range before these Guardians would. But I was wrong, and I didn't see that they didn't. I just looked away because I figured, you know, it's a Guardian bomber sector. Nothing to really worry about, right? I don't know why I didn't just land on the Guardians first. You know. But yeah, sometimes, you know, us veterans need to learn basic lessons over again, because yeah, history tends to repeat itself if you don't learn. You know what I mean? Okay, And yeah, I had both ghost spawns there, so burn my alpha shield just to not take the brunt of that. That was a bit scary there. I saw that just in time. But yeah, so from here it's just loading and clearing and all that. Ignoring the one casualty there, not that big a deal with this spawn. I did mess up a lot in the beginning because I was way too fast and loose. I guess I thought I was doing normal DRS11, which I can kind of be a little fast and loose with, but D12 a little bit requires a little bit more precaution, you know, with the ghosts and the occasional quad hydras that, you know, take a lot of hull to kill and all that. But anyway, I digress. So yeah, another decent run. Too bad the arts were kind of terrible on this star, but it is what it is. And yeah, so I suppose that is all. I shall see you some other time. Ta-ta for now.